Hi,
Hello.
everyone. Hi. How are y'all doing? Lisa, I don't have you on TikTok, so I don't know.
Let's see. I'm going on to yours right now.
Yeah.
I see you. Okay, I've joined. So
Oh, you had to join. You didn't join yet.
that was my fault.
Okay. Well, at least it wasn't mine. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Anyway, hi TikTok, hi Instagram, YouTube, all of the other podcasts out there. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining Lisa and I. And we're just so happy that you're here. It is Thanksgiving for us in the States. We'll be celebrating that in a couple of weeks. Can we all just take a deep breath for all of us here in the States? We are kind of thankful that the election is over and we do not have to listen to all of the ads. That is what Chris and I are excited about. So,
Yes.
with that
So
being said, we will carry on.
I am looking. So can you hear me? But on the TikTok, it's not. Okay, it looks like I might have to go to a different network. Hang on.
Oh, it says
Try.
live pause. The
Okay,
guests will
hang
be
on.
back soon.
Okay, hang on.
So, why do we feel like we're getting off to a rough start already?
I think
Thank
because
you, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Let me get onto my chat so I can see all of you. Oh, hi from Malala. Oh my gosh. Shelbyville, Kentucky. Oh, we
okay.
met at the Roloff Farms. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Okay, I'm on. I'm
Oh,
on.
wow. Oh, yeah. Hey, hi there, friend.
Hey, how are you?
And once again, she is still, live in Milwaukee, but listening from work in Cedar Hills. Well, hi, Lisa Ann.
All right.
Um, we got Yamhill, Oregon. We got Connecticut,
Oh, Yamhill. Wow.
Milton, Kentucky.
Waxahachie, Texas. That's
Oh,
interesting.
wow.
Eugene, Oregon.
Again, Lisa's in Cabo. I'm in Oregon, so I'm not sure what's wrong with that situation, but
We're
it
good
was a
now.
great sunny fall day here in Oregon, though.
It was sunny here too, 85 degrees.
Norfolk, Virginia. Well,
Iowa.
we were a high of like 61, heat wave.
I heard the sun's just been beautiful
Oh
in
gosh, no, it
Oregon. Yeah.
perfect fall day. The trees, we still have a lot of the trees and their leaves still on. A lot of tree leaves are off of the tree, but anyway.
Oh,
Um,
someone's named Jennifer said she met you at the farm. Say hi to
oh,
Jennifer.
hi Jennifer. Great to see you. Thank you so much for coming out to the farm. Um, I'm trying to convince Matt to maybe do one more season, one more year of pumpkin.
Oh,
Roloff Farms pumpkin patch. So keep your
that's
ears and eyes open, and we'll see if we can squeeze in one more year, and that'll be kind of our final. We want to thank you all so very much for all your support on
really.
the show, the farm, and all this
So
other stuff.
are you announcing that this will be the last year
I'm
or thinking
anticipating
about
that it is, but
Oh,
things
wow.
can always change because
Wow.
Matt can always change.
Yes.
But just watch out for info after January.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good info. Awesome.
You
Well,
know,
thank you to all of our viewers who watch Facebook, YouTube, all that listen to our show on on your favorite podcast apps that include Spotify, Pandora, Google, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio today. We're on all of those. Can you
oh my
believe that?
gosh.
Yeah, and thank you for all the wonderful questions and comments that you've sent in. We really appreciate the support, and special thanks to our producer, Naveed,
Yes.
who we couldn't do without this. So, yeah, I had my camera turned off
I can maybe
on
do a
the TikTok.
live.
He had to
Well, I
tell
can maybe do a live myself on Instagram or something like that, but something that like we're doing here,
me, yeah,
help. We need
help,
help.
Naveed, help.
Okay, I think one of the things I want to say is I apologize for some reason my lack of energy because I feel like I'm on slow motion or something.
Oh,
But I'm attending a conference this weekend here in Portland and I've got to give a little talk.
exciting.
And Lisa knows that sometimes when I have to do a speech or a little talk, conversation, um, I I
in
have like
your head. You
not
get in your
anxiety.
head.
I hate to call it anxiety, but definitely nervousness and
In your head.
like I get a little stress as to how am I going to do? Am I going to do well? I don't like to like read
Yeah.
from paper, but what Lisa provides, I love all of the details on this. But to me and her, because she's a little more detailed, thank God, it keeps us on track. It keeps us, we're not reading word by word, but
No,
it
not
generates
at all.
conversation, chat,
It's just
thoughts, and stuff like that.
kind of an organized, podcast, so we can try to hit all the things we want to talk about.
Yeah. And so here is like one of 4 pages of what I'm talking about, because my
Oh,
process is that I write most like as if I'm talking to myself. Hey, hi, I want to thank everyone, like we do to you guys, because
yes.
we are very thankful. Well, I'll do that to
Amen.
the audience, but I write all of it out and generally kind of ideas of everything that I'm going to say. And then I'll put it in big print because I normally don't wear
You
my
do.
glasses.
But they
When
look
I,
so cute. Maybe you should wear them this
well,
time.
I
Maybe
need
you'll feel better.
proper glasses. These are just reading glasses. These
But
aren't
that's
like
what you need.
real
You need the
glasses.
reading to look at the notes.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's why I do big print and I'll
Yeah.
highlight some of it and I'll just do a bullet point so that, as Lisa knows, sometimes I can talk longer about a subject and I should like stop, move on. And
Yes.
so anyway, it's only like a 20-minute or so little chat. And
You'll do. She always
so
just gets up on stage, commands the stage, and you do an excellent job. It's when you overthink it
yeah,
or try to compare yourself to somebody else that no, you
yeah.
are Amy Roloff and you get up there and you have a lot of good things to say and a great
Well, I
message.
hope so.
And people just want to know you. That's the whole thing. Like Anna B saying, be yourself and improvise. People will love the talk. That's exactly it. And you just go up and
Well,
say,
and
hey,
and you're right, because a lot of the speeches that I give, I don't give a talk on finances. It's not my background.
hi.
I can talk about what I do on finances, the lack of or whatever,
Yes.
as things like that, but I won't talk on finance. So my conversations are really I don't know, I hope thought provoking, just gives you ideas um just things like that. So,
Mhm,
and I hope
mhm.
people go away with something.
Well,
So
what is
anyway,
the theme? What is
I
the
don't want to get into that, but it
I
is an
know, but
LPA conference. And
okay. And are
so,
you just saying hi and saying, "I'm here to support you," or is there a
no, we're talking
message?
about community. This is our
Oh,
67th year of an
wow.
organization that has been around for so long. And people are
Wow.
like, well, Little People of America, I've only heard it because of you. We don't really hear it out in, public
Yeah.
land or anything, public space or anything like that, unless you know a little person, unless you follow someone that's a little person. And I think a lot of that has to do with um, there's a lot of us, but there's not a lot of us for other media outlets to give us the time of day. Or I don't think people necessarily can rate. We still have that space. Like we're here and you're there. Like when
Okay.
you talk about, like, for instance, Special Olympics,
Okay.
a lot of those individuals are intellectually challenged, intellectual things. Well, people can relate to that because anybody pretty much can have um, a Down syndrome child, but they don't quite relate that to a little person. The
Right.
chances of them having a dwarf child or a dwarf baby that grows into an adult is, somewhat low. And so, and businesses, um, getting hired for a job, it's easier for some than others, just like in any other thing. But I think we just have to work through these, I don't want to say roadblocks, but these images that they may have of a little
Mhm.
person. Because like we mentioned before, when we were talking about Dwarfism Awareness Month on our last live,
Right.
an adult is used to talking to an adult like this.
Right.
A wheelchair is an object, people get it like off the bat. But when you see a little person walk by, well, your eyesight is here and the little person
Right.
is
Right.
down here.
You're not getting
You
the eye
really, as
contact.
an average sized person, have to make a conscious effort of looking down. And just our instinct is when you look down, unless that little person takes command of the greeting,
Mm.
of the moment, of the conversation, you can kind of put that person in a quick mode that I'm an adult, I know what I'm doing. Let's figure this out and get the project
Yes.
done or whatever you got to do.
But see, you're a boss. You're a boss. You're already there. And having
So,
this talk with people at the conference, that's great because you've already paved the way for a lot of experiences that maybe other people haven't
yeah.
had yet. So you can share that experience. And just what you're telling us now, audience, don't you think this is great? Amy's just
Well, one of the
saying
things,
what it is. We should all support her. This is great information.
well, one of the things that, within our organization, because we were one of the first to have such a show in the average public world,
Hmm.
streaming on television, it's not like we were in a movie. That's a one-time event and you either have to search for it, go watch it again or whatever. We were on weekly, every week for years. And so but reality TV wasn't always looked kindly upon within our own
Right.
organization,
Right.
which is dumbfounding to me
Yeah, you didn't have the support from your
because
own community.
well, to me,
Huh,
it's like, but this is part of our community. Does it really matter what we do? We
right.
should support ourselves and individuals within our community for the most part with whatever they're doing. You don't have to go and promote it. You don't have to go this, but to like kind of like either shut it down or at least not be able to work with it, I think is
Yeah.
an unfortunate situation because um, you know, it's a way, it's another way to make the public aware that we are here, we're different, but we're very much capable, just like everybody else. We're
Yes,
intelligent. We have individuals in all sorts of. So, my talk basically is about community,
I love it.
supporting our chapter presidents. Just because you don't think you're getting anything out of LPA, then what can you give back? Your presence on attending an event, chapter meeting, a district meeting. I emphasize that more than the national because not everyone can afford to go to a national, but you can usually afford to go to a chapter meeting or a district because you are still needed there, helping parents who have dwarf children, helping the younger dwarf young people by seeing you as an adult as a role model. So that's part of my talk is about community and my experience when blah blah blah. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah,
I love it. Well, I think it's amazing. You'll do great.
I hope
Okay,
so.
we've all had that one moment where we've frozen up in time, maybe
Yeah,
to try and give a speech or do something that you're not 100% comfortable with. And that one time just got in your head. And as your friend, as your business partner, having all these
yeah,
people here supporting you, we're all here and you can do it. You
yeah.
can do
I
it.
hope so.
So, again, people, they
Because
asked you
this
to
is
do
my
it.
first time speaking at any form of an LPA event.
It is?
Yes.
What?
And I'm
What?
thinking, well, I've been on that show for a long time. And, one of those things I'm going to
Got
be,
this.
as we talk about being very thankful, I'm going to emphasize I'm very thankful. I'll probably be able to show up a lot more now, but I'm very
Yes.
thankful that we are having this conference in November instead of October because
Yes.
I was hanging out at a pumpkin patch every
Oh,
October.
I know. I know. And we'll get into that in a
Yeah.
second. We will.
But
So,
anyway, I just
yes,
wanted to mention that I thought really quick, but it
you're
ended up being
processing it
longer than
with
I
us.
thought.
This is your
Um,
community here,
yeah.
and you're
See,
processing
that's
your
it.
feelings right now on here,
Yes.
and everybody's helping you. You always are the one that helped everybody else. Now we're here to help you.
Well,
So
I need
I
help.
love
So have
this.
you ever done a speech, people?
Yeah.
Tell me, what are your key
Just
points?
be yourself.
Well, like I said, I
Be
don't
yourself.
like to read this.
I
I look at
know.
a lot of the what I talk about, and I've talked at colleges, I've talked at businesses, I've talked at community events, for years and years. I haven't done really a lot since COVID, um, for some reason, but I really talk about just my life experience. Obviously being on the show,
Yeah.
um, and raising a family, and because even though I might have to go through layers of the onion sometimes a little more than other people,
Hmm.
we still have to go through some form of layers of the onion. And an onion to me is the only thing I could think of.
But just think, you're
You know,
helping people.
well,
You're
I hope
going there
so.
to help people. That's all you have to do is think of it that way. You're going there to share your experiences to help other people
Yeah,
navigate through their lives
even
too. You're
within the
enriching.
community
Yes, you're
that,
enriching their
yeah.
lives. And that's why they asked you to speak.
Well,
So
I'm glad they did, because the one
you've
thing,
got this.
well, just like some of the comments that we hear from here, the responses and stuff like that, it can be encouraging, it can be supportive. And if you don't find a need to say anything supportive or encouraging, it's not, it's like, I don't take that as you don't like it, because you can
Yeah.
come and go, and that's okay.
Well,
But I
Lita
think,
said you're highly respected and kind, and you'll do great. I'm reading something from TikTok, trying to keep up with uh, all the
okay,
comments.
can
So
you highlight this Bambi Tidwell? I thought dwarf was not to be used anymore as a description. Okay, let me give you some clarification, not just for Bambi, but for everyone here. Um, Sometimes little people has a wrong connotation in people's mind too. It's a struggle, I think, a little bit for our community. Dwarf is, how should I say, the medical term of what I am. So I don't back away from being a dwarf. Now, when I say dwarf and you go ahead and think about Snow White and the seven dwarves and like I'm some
yeah,
kind of elf or something like that, okay, we
no.
might have a little bit of a problem. But a dwarf is a medical term. So I'm okay with that. And I think most little people are okay with that. Little people definitely is the most common form that all of us usually say what we are. But we all have a form of dwarfism. Now, the term that isn't okay is the term midget. Over time, that has become more derogatory. It's done discriminatory. It's usually done in more
Negative.
meanness,
Yes.
or more like funny and, oh, look at you, look at the little midgets go by. It's like,
No.
what are you doing?
Yeah. No.
So that term is a term that for my community, little people of America, and most individuals with dwarfism, that is no,
Yeah.
not a word to say,
No.
not a word. So you can say
Right.
dwarf, you can say little people. I'm all good with that because that's what I am.
Right. Right. I like that. Was great. You
So
saw that.
Bambi, I hope that, clarified something for you, because that was an excellent, very good question.
I know Shelley, and I believe she's a friend of yours, right?
I know her from
Yeah.
like
She's a,
when I lived in Michigan, which was eons ago, but yeah,
yeah.
I don't let
So
anyone bother me in how they see me. I think it helps to not care. I weigh close to 300 pounds, 5 feet one. Um, well, you know what? Yeah, Shelley, I think we kind of, become hardened or create this shell around us to protect ourselves. But I think, oh, Kalamazoo, Michigan, hi, Washington, D.C. But I think sometimes it's got to hurt sometimes, because it even hurts me.
yes.
Um, like I told you, did I mention this in substitute last time? This teacher. Um, I said,
Uh,
hey, if you need a substitute teacher, I'd be, keep me in mind. Whether you call me or not, it doesn't matter. But I just wanted her to know. Well, she had mentioned that she thought about it several times. in all of last year to call me and everything, but she didn't think I would feel comfortable. And I'm thinking, okay, I've been in a classroom. Oh, wait a minute. What? So, sorry, some message came up on TikTok.
Oh,
And so I was thinking really quick, like, what do you mean uncomfortable? I've been in this school several times substituting for other teachers. And I go, so, what do you mean? She goes, well, I didn't think you'd feel comfortable at the way the room is set up in my classroom and everything. And I said, oh? And I said, well, can you show me? So she took me into her classroom and I'm assessing the classroom. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I don't see a problem. Because
yeah.
usually, most of us, but usually I can, don't, right, Lisa? I can assess
Right.
the situation
Oh,
really quick
you just
and say,
adapt.
and I can be abrupt with you. I know that, but I said, just follow me. And
Yeah.
you'll just follow. Because I'm like,
Okay, got
I
it.
gotta be able to do my thing,
Yeah, well, you're adapting. You're adapting.
And so I looked in the classroom and I said, so, yeah, I mean, everything looks fine. And she goes, well, I wasn't sure whether you would feel comfortable because she has like one of those stand-up desks kind of.
Oh,
And granted, yes, it is higher than most of the desks that I have
oh,
in the classrooms that I've been at. And I looked at it, I said, oh, I said, no, that wouldn't be a problem at all. I said, I carry a stool around with me wherever I go. And I kind of made the comment because it's like, do not take this opportunity and assume I can't or how I feel or whatever. Give me the
oh,
opportunity to say, I didn't tell her that. I was thinking this.
right, right.
Give me the opportunity to say yes or no, or whether I can or can't. Because I tell you, I'd be frank. I'll say, I'll make some excuse. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, okay. But I just made the comment as to, well, I haven't gotten where I am if I didn't learn to adapt.
I love it. That should be
But,
one of your stories when you speak on Saturday.
well,
There
yeah.
you go.
But I guess the
There
whole
you go.
point to me is no matter how much headway for any community that feels marginalized, no
Mhm.
matter what headway you may think you're making, don't assume that it's enough.
Right.
Your individual life needs to continue to be your best, to keep showing up, to keep communicating, learning how to communicate, and not be angry because this isn't going to go away. It changes, it becomes different.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, it's less, but it'll always be there. And this happened to me last year, and I was 61. I mean, like, what? So anyway,
Oh.
what was that comment? Someone met Matt?
Shelley Gal said she
Oh,
met you at Matt's high school reunion.
okay, okay.
And then another good question came up: is calling somebody an LP okay?
Oh yeah, I met an LP because we know what that means, little person.
Yes.
Now, if you have a different connotation to that, everyone on TikTok and everyone else, then you'll have to let me know.
Okay.
But in our community, LP stands for little people.
So that's
So
good.
anyway,
Well, this has been a great opener. We weren't really expecting this because she
yeah.
wasn't going by the paper, but
Well,
that's
because,
good. That's a good thing.
but you're right, Lisa. I think I almost had to get it out because I just,
Yes, you did.
this
You're
this
stressed about
element,
it
this sub element back here. And
in
I
your
thought,
head.
no, I got to have energy for this live because I'm so
Yes.
happy to do this with you.
But look at all the people supporting you. Be yourself. Go up. And I love that story. You could even open with that story.
Yeah.
That's a perfect story.
Yeah.
I love it. To see
Yeah.
you're getting feedback and things here.
I know I could. I should mark that down.
Open up. Yes. Open up with that story. Okay. Well, I wanted to kind of switch it up a little and just say,
Yes.
be ready for our giveaway at the end of the show. One lucky winner will receive Amy's cookbook, Eat, Love, Gather, Volume 2. It came out on October 31st, her
And
second
we have a
cookbook.
picture of it, don't we?
Yes,
Can we
and
give
it's
show a
currently
picture?
being sold on
Oh yeah, there it
Amazon.
is.
and wait for the code at the end of the show. We'll give you the code word to put in. And we can't say what that code word is yet, but hang on till the end and we'll have our little contest. So, but how exciting. We have the second cookbook out. That's been 2 years in the making. So,
Well, a couple of recipes that I've done, if people follow me on my Instagram and Facebook page, is that I made the chicken pumpkin curry soup. And it's so funny to go back to these recipes that I made, getting ready for this book a while ago, because I'm trying to, think of more recipes, newer recipes and everything. I thought, oh my gosh, I forgot how good this is. And when Chris loves
everything.
it, people,
Yes,
when Chris loves it, you all are going to love it.
it's so good.
And
So
I
good.
just remade my beef stroganoff. In fact, I tell you, social media, it's hard. I tried to do a reel on Instagram, but I think I need my daughter-in-law, Isabel, to come over here and say, can you remind me how to do that? Because I don't think I did it right. But anyway, it's on my Instagram. It's a post. Hopefully all of it is there. But I made the beef stroganoff. I thought, oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm like, I have to remake a lot of these recipes. And my next one I'm going to make is my pear ginger cake. It's just a 1-layer cake. So it's really, really easy. And I think all I
Yum.
did was sprinkle powdered sugar on it. I'm not sure. I got to go back to it. But it's got little sliced almonds on it. It is just so, so
I
good.
You made that, yes, because that was one of the items you made when I was over and
Yeah.
tested it, I believe. So, yeah. So we put up, sorry, the QR code was at the bottom. If you just want to order it, order the cookbook for gifts, holiday, where it's in the making. There's the QR code right there. If somebody clicks on that QR code, it'll pop up to say somebody's looked at it. So go ahead and use that to order directly to Amazon, and you can order your cookbook there.
Okay, sorry, I might have deleted the code, but I wanted to highlight BT Foster because they said they loved the cover of the cookbook. Well, people, you all helped us decide on what cover to put on this cookbook. So thank you for this cookbook
Yes.
cover.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yep. So
So thank you.
amazing. So, well, Jackie Rydell says, Chris, Chris seems so positive about your dishes. Hello, the guy's getting gourmet food, comfort food cooked for him every night. What the heck? He should be happy about it. Yum.
Okay, listen, I do have to say something because I came home late I took a road trip up to Spokane and I came home late and I wasn't very hungry and, stuff like that. And so he opens up a can of,
You had me at can.
of
Ooh.
chunk,
Of what?
chunky Campbell. I think it was sirloin beef soup, or whatever.
Where did he get
And,
it?
it's not bad.
Hey,
But
quick, easy.
it was quick dinner and everything. He goes, "Oh, do you want some?" And I thought, sure, why not? Just a little bowl and everything. But I thought it was so cute because I'm like, I am so used to making my own food. Usually I am.
Yes.
Sometimes I
Yes.
use other like services sometimes to, when it gets kind of busy or, when I'm just like crammed with either writing a recipe or something, those kind of help too. But I prefer
Yeah.
to make my own food.
Absolutely.
I am enjoying revisiting these recipes in this cookbook. And I think you guys are really, really going to like it. They're not
Yeah.
complicated. They're, I don't want to say they're simple, but they're easy to make. Most of the ingredients, in fact, all of the ingredients you can find in any grocery store.
It's simple comfort food.
So
I
yeah.
love it. Well, thanks, Annette, for ordering. She's waiting for hers to arrive in the mail. That's
Oh,
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
Because I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of keep gathering around the table and having conversations. I mean, isn't that why we eat and go out to eat with friends or
Yes.
anything? It's just
Yeah.
that community, that communal thing. about eating and being with a few
It's not just the
people.
food,
And
it's
yeah,
all together
yeah.
and visiting and yeah, like you said, community and yeah.
Okay,
So
you know who we forgot to say hi to?
I know.
Deb.
Deb,
Oh, listen,
hello.
friends, listen to this. Lisa is in Cabo. Our good friend Deb is in Palm Springs. And I texted them back and said, what is wrong with this conversation? This little thing right here. Where am I? But it
Well,
was a
you
bright, sunny fall day here in Oregon.
and you're gonna come visit me
I
in February.
Yep, in
Yeah.
February. Chris and I are
So
going to Cabo.
woohoo! So that'll be fun. And I'll be
Yeah,
home
that'll
for the
be good.
holidays. I'll be
That'll be
home
good
in
fun.
2 weeks. We have to get our holiday shopping spree on like we
Oh,
do
I
every
know.
year.
Well, I got to watch my budget now. I got to come up
Ah,
with a budget. I got to talk to my financial person and
uh,
say, what is the scoop?
do that for 2025. You're
That
good
is
for
true.
now. Don't bum out on it now.
Okay. Okay. Nicole Trimble, can someone who is not great at cooking use this cookbook? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can. It is this cookbook. The reason I love both of my cookbooks and this one that's out right that just came out right now is that, let's just say you don't like a certain ingredient. You can take that ingredient out and put something in most cases.
Yeah.
So you can change it up and make it yourself, make it your own, type of thing. It's not going to kill or break the recipe. Now, obviously, quantity when it comes to a sauce, to meat, and things like that. Just pay a little attention to that. But
Yeah.
spices or something like that, if you don't like something really hot, don't add it. It'll still
Well,
be okay.
let's segue right into that because we had a question. What's your favorite comfort dish that is in the new cookbook? And you said soup, I believe, chuck wagon.
Yeah,
What is that?
we're either choosing the chuck wagon soup for this live, or or um goulash, homemade goulash, because I like homemade goulash too. So I think those are real in this cookbook. I think those are some of the
Yeah.
many, comfort foods in there.
Well, let's look at a photo. I think there's a photo of the soup, and then
I
maybe
think
you could
so.
let's talk about the ingredients a little
Oh
bit
no,
on
this is
that.
the chuck wagon soup.
Okay.
Yeah, chuck
So
wagon
in this
soup.
case, kind of just give us a quick,
And that's
there's
the
the goulash.
goulash, homemade goulash.
Okay.
So the chuck wagon soup, I don't have my cookbook right at me, but the chuck wagon soup
Eh,
I really like because it's got a little bit of beef in it. It's got bacon.
Oh,
I think it has kielbasa in
oh,
it,
sausage. Yes.
some potatoes, a little bit of corn. I don't use can when I do this kind of cooking. I would prefer to use frozen or fresh. I
For
think in
the
this soup I use
vegetables.
fresh green beans. So,
Okay.
like I said, I don't have the recipe right in front of me. But if I said fresh and you use frozen, that works, people. Just
Yes.
make a note in the recipe that you use frozen green beans and boom.
Well, and
If you
here's the
don't like
cool part of
frozen
it.
green beans and you want to add peas, go
Yeah.
for it.
So in the cookbook, there's a note section that you can
Yes.
write that down in. And
Yeah.
you may say, hey, that was a great way to start. Or maybe next time I'm going to add this to it or take this out. So that's what's so fun about the cookbook is that
Yeah.
there's a journaling section and the
There's
recipes.
room in each recipe to make your little notes. I would always add the date because you might forget what you did, when. I don't know.
Ah, well, especially if you're cooking for other people and they say, hey,
Yeah.
can you make that dish again? And you could say, oh, yeah, let me go look it up. And then again, I want to share that recipe. And these are also recipes you can find on YouTube as well. We wanted to mention that.
Yeah, I do have a video and the recipe is there. So if you get the cookbook, which I think is always great to have because you may not be able to go on YouTube and all that stuff.
Yeah. So
But you can go
Jennifer,
onto YouTube and, you know, maybe get some ideas or hear that kind of conversation about the recipe. And the recipe is there too. But
yeah. So
I
Jennifer's
would prefer
asking,
that you get the cookbook.
yes, yes. And Jennifer put, is volume 2 harder or easier? I think it's about the same.
I would say it's about the same. If you do have Cookbook 1, and hopefully you don't think that's hard, but if you do have Cookbook 1, Cookbook 2 is very similar. I think
Very
in
simple.
Cookbook 2, I do have a little more soup recipes. I must have been on a chicken phase because there are a number of chicken recipes in that. There are definitely cookie recipes. One of my favorite cupcake recipes is in there. It is
Oh,
the chocolate espresso, a chocolate cupcake with espresso frosting or something
but
like
it's
that.
got butter. It's got brown
Oh
butter
yeah, brown butter.
frosting. That
Oh,
frosting you make, oh my gosh, if I
I
had that right
love that
now,
cupcake.
that cupcake is the
Yeah,
best cupcake I've ever had. I have
yeah,
to tell you that. And that frosting, the
yeah,
brown butter cream frosting for the top of the espresso. Oh
yeah.
my God.
So it's
Yes,
got that
you have
recipe
to
in
look it
it.
up.
I think it's got a strawberry. Um,
Yeah.
what is it?
Where's your book, sister?
Well, I have my computer sitting on it because there's one over there because I needed height, and that was the quickest cookbook that,
We're
or quickest.
we're talking about the cookbook in the show. And okay.
Well, I don't. Mine hasn't come. I still have the strip across it. So
Yeah, and I have to double check on that because they haven't there. That
yes,
cupcake, you have
it
to
was
make
so good.
that
And see, the
cupcake.
little specks
Oh,
in the frosting is from the brown butter and probably from the espresso
chocolate. You
powder.
put some chocolate shaving on top, I
Yep.
thought.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what there is, a
Yep.
little bit of fresh chocolate
Oh,
shaving.
here. Sorry. You know what? I don't think TikTok can see all that. You
Oh,
guys, TikTok? Oh, yeah. See, do you see that? That is my chocolate
oh.
cupcake with espresso frosting. Oh, it's just whatever title it is. It's just so good.
Wants to know, how do you not weigh 200 pounds with all those fabulous recipes? I know she does a very good job of keeping lean and mean
No,
without.
no. Listen, I'm just excited that I lost like 4 pounds.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I got a long way to go. Well, my goal
We're
was
all
10,
doing.
but
Well, you're
we'll
doing
see.
it though.
We'll
Yeah.
see. Oh dear, my notes went away.
Your notes. What notes? Like they fell on the floor?
Oh,
I
just the
can't take
first
this
page.
girl anywhere. I
Sorry,
can't
just the
take you
first page.
anywhere.
That's okay.
Okay. Akila Moon. Again, segueing right into our next subject.
Yes.
What is for Thanksgiving? So what day are you
Um,
going to celebrate for Thanksgiving?
well, most of my kids are able to be here. I've got to send them a text message for Thanksgiving.
I know
Oh,
last
now
year
you're out of your chair. Grab the book. Oh, you know what? TikTok, you're right. Hang on, people.
somebody from the audience had to ask her to do that. I'm like, okay, get the book. And she's like, no, it has to hold my computer.
Well, it's like a whole setup here. So this is it, my book. This is a sample copy. That's why you see this. But Eat, Love, Gather. You can,
Yes.
well, you can find it on Amazon or go to Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen. The link will be there as well, or my Instagram or TikTok account. The link will be there. So check out this cookbook. So that's what we've been talking about.
Okay.
Because
So what day?
because
What day?
TikTok doesn't get what we're
Right.
doing here.
Right.
Thanksgiving Day. So, I told them all to, come around
Oh,
3 o'clock and we'll eat around
that's nice.
4-ish.
Last year it was kind of like accommodating everybody's schedule, but it sounds like you're going to be
No,
doing it.
Chris is more like telling the date, whoever can come will come. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so, so
Yeah,
direct.
I know. I wanted to give out a shout out to Geraldine on TikTok. She said to say hi, so I wanted to make sure she
Who?
had that. Geraldine. Do you know a Geraldine? Maybe just in
Probably.
passing. Okay. So if that's who's coming over, you said most of
Oh,
the
look at
kids are.
Tina. Thank you. I hope you do get this one. I hope she's got my first and the last one. So great. You guys
Yes.
should see how many cookbooks I have in my house.
Oh yeah.
Tons.
Tons.
It's like women in shoes.
Yes.
For me, it's earrings and cookbooks and aprons.
Definitely earrings. Oh yeah, aprons too.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's get some more questions. So
Yeah.
we've got who is coming over. So you said most of the kids are coming
Yeah,
over?
I think all of my kids that live here will be over for Thanksgiving, and they really want to help out. So I'm just going to do the main things like turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy. I might
Or
do a little bit of
traditional.
stuffing. In fact, I think, do I have a stuffing recipe in here? It's
I think
cornbread and sausage or something. But I think that
mm,
was more or less for breakfast. But anyway, I'm going to make a stuffing recipe, maybe cranberry sauce. And I make the cranberry sauce with real cranberries. I do not like it too sweet.
yeah.
And so, sorry, I'm looking in my cookbook.
That might
See,
be something. Oh, someone said deviled eggs. Yes, deviled eggs.
oh, you know what?
Delicious.
That someone, whoever you are, thank you for that.
Car.
Because you
Yes.
know why? Chris loves deviled eggs.
Oh.
Thank you for that
And
reminder.
I put a little curry powder in my deviled eggs, so it has a
Yeah.
little curry flavor. Oh my
I
gosh.
usually
So
add
good.
just a little bit of hot paprika or smoked paprika
Yes,
to mine.
smoke. Yes, you
So,
made those with the smoked
so
paprika.
yes. Oh, whoever you were, thank you. I got to make those. So I'll make turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry sauce, deviled eggs. The one appetizer thing that I think, because I don't do a lot of appetizers and stuff, I do lot more main dishes and desserts or sides. But one of
Mhm.
the appetizers that I do have in this book, I love the green goddess dressing for
Oh,
salads
yes.
that I've made in
That's in your
here.
cookbook. That's in volume
So
2.
yes, this cookbook, and so you can also make that into a dip. Um, you can make notes in the cookbook if you want your dressing to be a little more loose, or make a note in the cookbook if you decrease on whatever the wet part of it is, to make it more into a dip. And I think green goddess dressing or green goddess, yeah, green goddess dressing can also be a dip, and it's a little different than ranch. So for your vegetables or, like the carrots and
Do we have a photo
stuff
of
like
that? I
that.
wonder if
I
that's
don't
in
know.
the cookbook that we could post.
I don't
I
know.
Naveed was gonna
It
maybe
might be
do
a
a
little
picture.
hard to
But you
find.
said it's for you can use it with dipping veggies or using it as a salad. Okay. Mary
Okay.
Beth, try the curry powder and the deviled eggs.
Oh my
Yes, try
gosh.
it. You'll love it. You'll love it. Corn chowder, Ruby. That sounds
See,
delicious.
this is it. I had put it on the salad. See right there? I had put it on the salad, but I also have used it as a dip.
Yeah,
So,
that's different. It's not the same old
yeah, there
ranch
we
that
go.
everybody. There we go.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, anyway, we're
So
talking
good.
about food. We're talking about Thanksgiving, but I cannot believe it is November 7th already. And the one thing that, November is just for me a wake up call to think about. Yes, we just got done with the election. Wherever we are at in life. Oh, how about twice baked potatoes and yeast rolls?
Yum,
Okay,
Ruth.
you know what? Keep following me on Amy's little kitchen, Amy Roloff's little kitchen. My hair suddenly got. And then I'm going to mark that down as recipes that I need to come up with for you, or
Yes.
my version of those.
Yes. Yes. Your version sounds good.
But I was going to get into, is this a good segue, Lisa? November reminds me of how have I been thankful all year long? What am I grateful for or give gratitude for? And November to me, with Thanksgiving for us in the States here, um, um, it's just being thankful, trying to think of something to be thankful for each and every day, or grateful. Even when things don't turn out great, there's always something to be thankful for. So,
Yeah. Yeah. There's always every day there's a reason to be thankful. So, yeah. I do. Well, let's talk about a little bit. What are some of your fondest memories of your childhood Thanksgiving?
Oh, well, some of mine is like growing up, my house, my aunt's house, and my grandma's house on my mom's side, they used to always take turns as to what holiday they did.
Oh,
And so I loved it when we did Thanksgiving, but my mom worked, so sometimes that was a little stressful for her. And
yes.
so I loved it when we went to my aunt's house, my Aunt Barb, because she liked to entertain. She
Oh,
loved the presentation. Now, it may have been chaotic getting it all ready and everything, but what I saw was that she loved uh, not fancy food, but the presentation and all of these desserts and just other things. And then we would always bring a side or an appetizer or two or a couple of things. So I enjoyed getting
didn't you
together with
say
family.
she inspired
Oh
you to
yes,
do a lot of cooking?
I think so. My
Thank you
my
for letting me
aunt
know.
did because it seemed like she had fun. Now, if I talk to my cousins, it may be a different story.
They lived there.
But it was really the only time besides my early years as a young kid, like first, second grade or whatever it was, that I saw relatives. I didn't see my family, even though they didn't live that far away, like once a month or something. It was really just maybe one time during the summer and then during the holidays. And when I moved from Michigan, when I married Matt, it was, I missed that.
More
And so
isolating.
I made a valiant effort to make those days special. Even though we didn't have family, we invited people that didn't have
Oh,
anywhere to go for the holidays to, our table and our home. But I wanted to make it different than than every day for my kids.
that's good.
But you
That's
had
awesome.
family here though, Lisa.
Yeah, so my Thanksgiving was always on my mom's side of the family. Her sister was here, my cousins, and then Christmas was always with my dad's side of the family. So every year
Oh
it
yeah.
was pretty consistent. Yeah,
Yeah.
Christmas Eve with my Italian side, and then on Thanksgiving it was the Norwegian side. So it was fun.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
that kind of dynamic with my mom and her sister, and kind of seeing how they
Yeah.
interacted, and yeah, it was fun. We had lots of good memories growing up, lots of good memories.
Well, both my parents had small families. My dad only has a sister, that's it.
Oh, wow.
And then my mom had, well, they've all passed away now, but my mom had a brother and a sister, that's it.
And your Aunt Barb is your mom's sister?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so, they didn't have like big families, so,
Yeah.
you
But
know.
then just that getting together, just
Yeah.
that, family and
Yep.
tradition. I guess we talked about that before too, is the traditions, and, passing that on to your
Yeah.
kids, because
Well,
they
like
really love those.
my parents had 4 kids. Well, my dad's sister, only sibling, had 2. My mom's sister, my Aunt Barb, only had 2. Like,
Oh, so it was
and then she had another child when she remarried, my Aunt Barb. But,
very cool.
but growing
Yeah.
up, that's what I did. So anyway.
Yeah. So how old were you when you started to help in the kitchen for the holidays?
Well, I wanna know, does everyone like getting together with family during the holidays? Or do you dread
Yes.
it because of what conversations may arise or history may come up or I don't know. I still think families should still
That's a
get together.
controversial
I
question.
know,
Oh,
isn't
you just
it?
opened a can of worms.
But I think families should always still get together and just be together and just appreciate that you have a family.
As long as it's
And
healthy, though, right?
well,
Because,
as long as it's healthy and decide that those are areas or conversations that leave it for another time.
yeah, agree to disagree and respect each other, right? Especially during the
Yeah.
holidays.
Well, when it came to holiday stuff, I don't think I really ever made things for the holiday. It was more on everyday dinners that
Yeah.
I learned how to cook and cooked.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So,
interesting. I think her comment was probably similar to maybe a lot of people,
but
you know,
family,
and that's tough. And I think
yeah.
sometimes um, uh, you may just have to break the ice a little bit, but be careful on how you do that and be respectful on how you communicate that,
Right, right.
because that's a tough one.
Yep, it is. It is. Well, a couple other questions. Um, who made the turkey at your house? Your mom or your dad?
Well, my mom, I think, always made it, but my dad is the one that carved it. And because, there's so many other things to do. Like when I make a turkey here, well, when Matt and I were married, when I made the turkey, I did everything. I
Yes, you
carved
did.
it. And then when Jeremy or any of the kids got older, Zach or Jeremy or whoever wanted to, I said, "Can you carve the turkey?" Because it was just more challenging and difficult for Matt to do.
Did he
But
want
when
to
I make a
get
turkey
involved with the
for
cooking or no?
what?
Did Matt want to get involved with the cooking or he just pretty
Oh,
much
no,
left that to you? Oh,
me. No.
that face. Oh boy.
Well, no, it's just that no,
Someone
and
put a
now
little thing on your
he
head
may
for
make a
that one.
comment, "Oh yeah,
When
Amy
you
never
talk.
let me cook." I'm like, "Excuse me, when did you volunteer?" But Chris, he knows I love to cook. The kitchen is my domain, and he'll always ask, "Hey, if there's anything I can help with, I'll help that." One thing I appreciate about Chris is that when I make a huge mess, unfortunately, when I cook, he'll clean up. He'll do the dishes, clean up, I'll put things away, and it's just
Right.
perfect. But when I make a turkey, he will do all the carving. 'Cause I'm like, "No, no, I have no desire. You can do that.
Yes. Yes.
You can do that."
I know, I know that part. Well, it's interesting because I always would cook the turkey. My dad did a lot of cooking growing up, and he would always make the turkey and carve it, and it was like his project, right? The turkey. And then
Yeah.
when I kind of took over, then I got to make the turkey, and now my son, he smokes the turkey in the Traeger, and Traeger,
Yeah.
smoker, and
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it falls off the bone. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No, it is good, and I think for us, it's kind of fun to see our kids, especially he's still currently, not for long, but currently still living with you,
Yeah.
um, kinda take on and some of
Yeah.
those roles and stuff,
He's a foodie. I think you
Yeah,
have to be a foodie,
you do.
and then you want to control. And
Yeah.
you are a foodie, and you don't even like me in your kitchen. I mean, like I
Well,
can help you, but you are in charge. I know that your kitchen
it
is your
it
kitchen.
is true because I have a process,
Yeah.
and I'm afraid that if the process gets changed, I won't know what to do. I'll be like,
Oh.
"I cannot mess this
Well,
up,"
I never thought of that with
Yeah.
you. I
Well,
was
because I have a stool, I got this, I got that, and it looks chaotic, it looks messy. I mean, people, even for those of you who have seen my cooking videos, but I don't have the arm reach, so I can't use my whole island. Everything is like right here, just everything that I can reach, but it's a little bit here. So to some people, it looks chaotic,
I never think
So,
it does. I think
yeah.
you've got everything very organized, but you love to improvise when you cook as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So even though you've got recipes out there, you love to
Yep.
throw things in. Oh, I've got a little bit of this. Let's add
Yeah.
that. And I love it because the
Yeah.
flavors, it's not just a
Yeah.
programmed. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that you may not be able to do so much of that with is, and I always say, is baking. Baking is
Mhm.
a little bit more
Has some
of a
chemistry involved there.
yeah, a little bit more of a science. You really got to
Yeah.
pay attention to your wet, to your dry, because if not, it's not going to bake well. Or if you overdo it, it's not going to rise well,
Right,
or
right.
have some poof to it. There was some other comment here that I missed it. Um,
Um, Susan
Oh,
wants
this is what I was gonna share with you, Lisa, because we've been talking, a lot about a lot of stuff. Yes, I am planning on doing some more cooking videos. I appreciate that you love them because I love doing them. Um, I've had enough of a break over summer and stuff like that, so I'm going to try and get some more out. So keep going to Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen and checking those out. The other thing,
Yes.
so many people have been sharing some of their traditions and stuff, and
Hmm.
I've loved, trying to catch some of those.
Yeah, let's have everybody kind of tell us what's your favorite dish maybe for the holidays, and what does this remind you of? Is there, because there's always a story with food, right? It's
Yes.
not just I'm making this. It's like this reminds me of
Well, see,
my
like someone said, definitely dread getting together with family. Can't exactly be open with my family. They know a different version. Oh, yeah, we already said that. And, to
yeah.
me, still continue to find a way to try and be yourself. So, oh, Garden City, Michigan. Whoa.
Any tips on apple pie? Mine always turns runny.
I think the tip on apple pie off the top of my head is make sure you slice up and I know they might turn just a little bit oxidized because of the air, a little bit of brown around the edges. But my thing is to slice up, if you don't do this already, slice up your apples first. A little bit of sugar, cinnamon, or whatever you want to put on it, a little bit of lemon juice, because lemon juice still adds, even though
Yes.
you um, drag the puzzle. Hang on, I got to do something over here on TikTok
Uh-oh.
because it
I
thinks
get
we've been on too long.
Oh,
Um,
it goes by so fast. I
I
can't believe.
know.
So Marilyn,
So add a little bit of sugar, because if you use tart apples, even though you are doing a little bit of lemon juice or lemon zest, that still adds this little spark, this little sunshine to it. Then put in flour. Now, I think it's best to use flour with the sugar, mix that in, and then put it on your apples. And that sets for a while you're making your dough and
mm,
stuff like that. Go back and check it. And then if you think it needs a little more flour because it's just totally running, meaning it hasn't really changed, mix it in with the apples a little bit more. Mix in, the juices will fall to the bottom. Mix it in a little bit more with your apples so you to make sure your apples are coated.
oh
And
yes, that
yeah,
coating is what kind of soaks up the juice and makes it a little thicker. And
yes.
yes,
And just add maybe just a little bit more flour to it because you want to make sure that you don't have a dry sauce. And then make sure you cook it long enough, because even though your crust may brown sooner than maybe, I don't know how your apples are, may brown a little bit more sooner than your apples being cooked, but just put foil over that. Maybe just cook it just a little bit longer to give that sauce. And then also make sure your apple pie rests, because
yeah,
your apple pie
yeah.
continues to cook and it gives it a chance for your apple like sauce to kind of thicken up as well once it starts
Oh,
cooling down.
sounds good. This is intriguing to me. I'm a French
Oh
Canadian, and
yeah.
we make a sugar pie for Thanksgiving, almost like a pecan pie, but without the
Wow.
nuts. So delicious. I've heard of sugar pie. You
Yeah.
should you should check into that. You
I've
should.
heard of a brown sugar bun cake that I'm going to try and make. I thought that'd be
Oh,
kind of fun. Oh,
oh,
look at that. I put a
well,
little cognac in my apple pies. I
that
like a
sounds
little maple
good.
syrup or a little brandy.
Mm,
But
that sounds delicious. Let's see, what do we
and you
have
know
on
what? Those are
TikTok?
different variations that changes a
Right,
basic apple pie, and I love
right.
it.
I do
Because
too.
those are people's traditions, and
And
to me, that's what the
experience.
holidays are about.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, here's one.
But I also
Uh,
think
oh,
when you add other family members to your family, embrace some of their traditions as well, because that kind of makes everyone feel like they're a big part of it.
yep, yep.
What was that?
That's um I was saying tradition is green bean casserole.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody made that, but we never made that in my family. Did you make that for Thanksgiving?
No, I think we made it a lot. I don't think I really
You
liked it a
did?
lot. I wasn't
I
a fan of the sweet potatoes and the marshmallows and stuff because it was like a little too sweet for me.
Right, with the marshmallows.
So
My dad would just slice, see my dad cooking again, right? He would take sweet potatoes, boil them till they're almost done. Then he'd cool them, peel them, slice them in about like 3/4 thick circles. And then he'd make a little syrup out of brown sugar and butter and a little bit of water and baste them and then bake them in the oven. And it gave it a little sweetness, but not that big, chunky,
yeah.
syrupy
Yeah.
marshmallow. Oh my gosh, that
But
and
you
we
know
have
what?
those.
That is like that is your tradition. The debate is so many people do like the sweet potatoes with the mushroom. I like Loretta Curran input. Some you can replace flour and use cornstarch. Cornstarch
Oh
makes a little
yeah.
more clear of a sauce than necessarily flour will do, and it might gel up here. Oh, look
Look
at
at that.
Jody Wicker from Upper Michigan here, Newberry. I know exactly where you are,
Oh,
Jody.
I
Sorry.
like this. The sweet potatoes with orange juice is
Yep.
great. Oh,
Yep. Because orange juice has a little bit of sweetness, but it also gives a little bit of tartness. Because the sweet potatoes are definitely different. They're not as starchy as the white potatoes, but they can still make mashed potatoes.
yeah. Here's one too with a southern
Yep.
recipe sweet potato casserole
Yep.
recipe with brown sugar pecan
Yep.
topping, no marshmallows.
My daughter, when she started getting into baking and cooking and having the family over, when we were at the farmhouse and all that, that was her dish. She would make the
Mm.
sweet potato marshmallow thing. So
Oh,
that was kind of fun. That was kind
this
of
is
fun.
interesting. Oh, sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. There was one. Can you put brown sugar on your turkey? It depends if you want a sweet or a savory. If you're
Yeah.
smoking it in the smoker, you could put some kind of, excuse me, brown sugar base or something on that and make more of a sweet glaze for the turkey that you can. And again, it's what you like, right? It's what you like.
Yeah. Well, this one person from Woodburn, Oregon, she uses crushed pineapple
Oh,
on her
I saw
sweet
that.
potatoes.
Yum.
I mean, like,
I
oh
might
my
try that.
goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you know what? Have we had dinner yet? No, I haven't had dinner
No,
yet.
and I have nothing in the fridge. I think I'm
This
gonna
all
have to go
sounds
out
so
after this.
good.
Oh, raisin sauce for ham. Raisin
Yeah,
sauce.
yeah, I've heard of that.
Oh,
Yes.
oh. Sounds
But I
delicious.
would never, turkey to me, it's just got to be good turkey. Salt and
Yeah.
pepper, good season. You stuff it with thyme and sage and lemons and, things like that. Onions inside the turkey.
Oh,
Baste
Fernando. Oh,
baste
sorry.
it
Go
with
ahead.
baste it with a little bit, and yeah.
Yummy. Fernando Saveria says his mom loves the show and greetings from Mexico. Let us know what part of Mexico you're in. I'm in Mexico right now myself.
Cabo.
Woohoo!
She's in resort area Mexico.
You're going to be here,
I
so I've
know.
got
I
it all
cannot
planned.
wait.
I've got it all planned
Oh, do you?
already. Yes. I'm even
Well,
taking you to a ladies' luncheon on Wednesday.
well, don't be surprised if Chris may not want to do everything.
No, he can, whatever you want. We
Okay,
can just
good.
hang out.
No, I
No.
would love that luncheon.
Yes.
Here, someone said, Courtney, huge fan of Little People Big World from Coldwater, Michigan, CMU alumni. Fire up chips. Hi, Courtney. Sorry, I'm a
Very
CMU.
cool.
I'm a CMU
Yes.
alumni.
Ooh, this one's raisins, butter, brown sugar, orange juice. Must be on the sweet potatoes. Wow. Wouldn't that be kind of
Well, I want to know if anyone's got some great ideas because it seems like my turkey turns out different all the time. I like getting either
organic?
organic turkey or an all natural turkey, meaning I don't like all the processed stuff. I want to be able to do that and create that. So,
Well, what I figured out,
anybody have any
like,
ideas on a
yeah,
turkey?
what I figured out a couple years ago to help keep it tender is we get a hen. We don't get a tom turkey. The tom turkeys are bigger and they take longer to
Yeah, but
cook,
they
so
don't
it
always
dries
say
out
if
the
it's a
meat.
hen or a tom turkey in
Yes.
the grocery store.
Yes, they
I've never seen
identify.
that.
Yes, Costco has hens or tom turkey.
Mm.
Yep. Or you can buy off of a range, but we've been buying a hen, which
Do you
is
know
a
where those
smaller.
turkeys come from in Costco?
I don't want to know. We're actually getting a farm one this year, just so you know.
Okay.
Where do they
But you're
come
only
from?
home for about a month.
Yeah,
Then
that's
you're off
good.
again.
We have to do our shopping, our annual shopping. You guys will have to watch for our, we'll have a little live video going on when we go out for our, probably our 8th or 9th year of shopping,
I
Christmas
know.
shopping.
This is kind of Lisa and I's gift to each other, to have a girls' evening, night, whatever, afternoon, goes into the evening. We
Yep.
do a little shopping. We only go to a couple of stores, but we have fun either just looking at things or getting something. We already did a matching thing though, right?
We usually do a matching.
I know, but we did this like early, September or something or whatever, right?
Yeah,
But
with
we might have
Deb.
to do it again. But you
Yeah,
know
we
what?
need a
This time we
Christmas
should wear
sweater.
our gold vest. Our
Yes, from
gold,
last year.
vest with the little fur, fake
Those
fur
were from matching
collar.
last year. Yes. And we had a
Yes.
sequin sparkle.
Okay,
under
that's
it.
our December one. We're going to
That's
use
what we're
that
wearing.
with a black
Yes.
sweater.
Yes. We bought sparkle sweaters to go underneath.
Oh, did we? Well, that's
Yes,
blue.
they
I
match.
guess we could still
No,
do that.
black. No, we bought black sparkle sweaters. There's sequins.
Was it black? I
on them.
thought it was navy blue.
No, they're black.
Huh. Well,
We
here's
got it.
one. Oh, wait a minute. Someone said for a fresh turkey, I use an oven bag and bake with breast side down. So you flip
I've
the
heard of that
turkey.
before.
Wow.
Yeah, so the juice goes down
Yeah.
into the meat.
You know what? That sounds like the most logical idea.
Well, when I first met
I'm going to
Art,
have to try that.
when I first met Art, my husband, this was 30, oh gosh, we've been married 33 years. So it had to be like 35, 36 years ago. He said, I'm having you over for Thanksgiving. And he made the turkey and he used a paper bag.
Oh, really?
Yes, he put it in a paper bag.
Oh,
after
in
he
the
stuffed
oven?
it. Yes. And it didn't catch on fire.
Oh
and
my
it kept-
gosh.
and it made the turkey very moist.
Well, we have someone
"What
from
is
Minnesota. Love to hear you guys from Minnesota. That sounds really interesting. Because I've heard of like paper bag when they want to, like, I don't know why this works, but like coat it in breadcrumbs or something like that.
Oh, no, this was you put it in there after
Yeah.
and cook it. That's, I don't know.
Well, here on TikTok, someone dry brines it. I definitely have heard of that.
Oh, we do that
So-
first. We brine ours overnight in a big cooler and use a liquid brine.
Oh,
We
yes,
do that
yes.
before we
You know
smoke
what?
it.
That's a good thing. Because it's very
Yeah.
hard to brine it in a cooler. That is a very good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Just get a paper.
Oh, look at my
big-
grandma used to do the paper bag to brown it. Oh my gosh, Annette.
Yeah.
I've
all
never heard of
right.
that.
Yeah.
Well, let's do
We're
some
learning
shout
so
outs,
much.
Lisa, unless someone's
Okay.
got some questions that we kind of grab and whatever. But
Yeah,
we've
because
got-
we're already at 6:30. We should probably.
We've got Puerto Rico. In fact, I would love to go back to Puerto Rico again. But we've got Alabama, Tennessee on TikTok here,
We've got-
Minnesota.
Yupper Pupper from Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, wow. Yes. I wonder where in Canada. Let's see. Who else do we have? We've got Georgia. We've got Toronto.
Destin
Pitts-
from Oklahoma.
We have Pittsburgh.
Kim Underwood Williams from Florida. Lots of
Okay, this
Kansas.
oven bag. They're talking about a
Yes.
paper bag or the
Two,
plastic thing.
I think we talked about two different things. Ooh, Lynette
Wow.
West from Clackamas. Hey,
We got
I'm in
Grand
Happy
Rapids,
Valley.
Michigan, and Louisiana, and Oklahoma. Oh yeah, you said Lynette from Clackamas. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Riverside,
Louisiana.
California. Oh,
Awesome.
Miramichi, New Brunswick.
Oh my goodness. Ontario. Oh yeah. So Diana said plastic oven bags. But this one, I
Arkansas.
was a paper bag. Yeah.
Osceola, Florida. Probably obliterated that name. Virginia, Kentucky on TikTok. Oh, Yam Hill, Oregon. Diana.
Yes, that's
Wow.
awesome. Good old Hillsboro
Oh,
from Heather.
Heather. Oh, I know Heather
Heather.
Osborne. Heather,
Yes.
hi.
Woohoo. Very
Wow.
cool. I
Queens,
use
New
Reynolds.
York,
Debbie
Anchorage,
says I use a
Alaska,
Reynolds
Chicago.
oven bag. So they do make them, Reynolds oven
Oh,
bags.
yes, yes. We have Santiago, Chile,
Freeport,
Ireland,
Florida.
Leitrim,
Ocala,
Ireland,
Kimmy. Hello,
oh,
Lisa. Hi, Kimmy.
Warren, Michigan. Oh my gosh, Warren,
Redmondville,
Michigan.
Texas. If my neighbor is on, Alex, she's here from Canada, but she lives
Yeah.
here now. So saying hi. If
Oh,
she's having a hard
Diane
time.
from Spokane Valley. I was just there.
Eugene, Red Bluff. Jocelyn Jean said she wished she misses you guys on TV. I know.
Uh,
It was pretty much
I think
announced a couple weeks ago. Nothing,
I
right?
think
Nothing
in the new
happening.
year, I think I'm gonna have to, because I love having you guys support and encourage me, and I try to do that for you as best I can. I think oh yeah, Ireland says hi. Hi,
Hi,
Adele from
Adele.
Ireland. I'll try and do more, like just updates or what I'm doing and stuff like that. I always get
Yeah.
Lisa says, just do it, Amy. But I always
Just
get kind of shy and intimidated about what I post. Like, you guys aren't going to care.
well, I think
But,
now that we can do a live TikTok, you should just call me up and say,
oh,
"Hey,
I
what are you
know.
doing?" We should
We
just do that
should.
once a week. Seriously.
Because now that we're not on TV anymore, but, I just
People
encourage you. I say this all the time. Oh, Patty, CMU 1981. Oh, you graduated a little earlier than, yeah, few years older than me, because I would have graduated in 84, but I graduated in 85. Anyway, um, I always encourage you guys to follow my kids. I think Jeremy and Audrey are doing wonderful things on social media, Instagram, their podcasts. These are the days, not those are the days. These are the days. And of course, Zach and Tori, Raising Heights, their podcast and what she posts, and even Jacob and Isabel. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I wanted to give a shout out to Coos Bay, Oregon. I believe it was Amber. I used to drive down there for work once a month, and I love it down there. We used to go crabbing on a boat, and
yeah,
awesome memories down in Coos Bay, Oregon, near the redwood forest.
yeah. Oh no, Redwood. Oh yeah.
Yeah, closer.
Well, we got
So
Connecticut here. Uh, Worked at Cooper Elementary. Yeah, I think you worked at Cooper Elementary. No, I don't think so.
4J Love.
Let's see. Yeah, Cooper Elementary. No. I am substituting teaching. I am substitute teaching this year. So if anyone is in the Hillsborough School District, I am substitute teaching. So
Oh yeah, that was a question that
if
came up
you
earlier.
do need a substitute, feel free to look up, I don't know, message me somehow. Amy Roloff Merrick. But anyway.
Okay. Might get a
Oh, how
few.
was your crabbing trip, Amy? Oh, yeah, we did go crabbing. Chris and I,
Oh
our
yes.
good neighbor took us out crabbing, and we brought some other friends with us. That was really a lot of fun. Of course,
Yum.
Chris and Art. Oh, my other friends are Art and Lisa as well. Not this Lisa and her
Not
husband
this
Art,
art, Lisa.
but the other Lisa and Art. Anyway, they came with us, and of course,
Nice.
Chris and Art did all of the work. But
Did you save a bucket of seawater to cook the crab in?
we did, because we cooked them there, so we brought them home already cooked, and so we deshelled them and we vacuum packed them and froze a lot of it, because it was a lot.
Right, you cooked it in the seawater that
Yes.
you caught them in. That is
Yep.
the best seasoning for
Yes.
crab. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
it's their
A lot of people
natural
don't know that.
element, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Somebody
yeah.
said, Lisa, hi, my name is Lisa Dixon too. Well, nice to meet you, Lisa, on TikTok. Lisa
That's
Dixon.
awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Well,
have you ever been to Minnesota? Oh, I have been to Minnesota. It's been a while. I
I
definitely
have
have been to
family.
Minnesota and love it, because come on, that's the upper Midwest.
I know. I have cousins in Minnesota and North Dakota.
What does it say? I guess if you never lived
Ufta.
in Seattle, I don't know what that means. Oh, I guess if I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Yeah, it probably wasn't you. No, it wasn't. I do know some other little people up in the Seattle area, so it could have been one of them. Have you ever been to Maine, Crystal Gale? Yes, I have been to Maine. It's been a while. I would love to go back and then head up to Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, Canada.
Oh, Adele says, please come to Ireland again, but come up
Oh,
towards North Leitrim.
I'll have to look up where Leitrim is. Yeah, Leitrim. I'll have to look up where that is because I've been to Galway, the Aran Islands, Belfast, Dublin, Enniskillen, just across the border in Northern Ireland. No, I would love to go back.
So Linda says she has a shout out to Aaron and Tracy in Dearborn, Michigan.
Oh, I know
All
that well. My
right.
dad worked at the Ford headquarters there.
Oh, in
He was a
Dearborn.
civil architectural engineer. He worked there for many, 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 many years until he retired. So yeah,
Very cool.
gosh,
All
man.
right. Well, Melissa, this was very nice. I'm blessed that you all are here, and thank you both again. Love listening to you. We love being here too, and this is our community. We don't do it often enough. I wish we just did this every week and just connected
Yeah.
with people because
Well, I
it's
think the
just so
other thing,
uplifting.
and I think the other thing is too, we often have more than just one community. Like I have an LPA, Manistee, Michigan. Moved to Texas from Manistee, Michigan. What are you doing, Patty? Are you crazy? Anyway, um, I think we have different communities. Like sometimes our church community can filter into our big general community.
Mhm.
Or we have, like for me, I have a little people. I have that kind of community. I don't know a lot very well of the little people community here. Why? I have no idea. I think because when I moved here, I had kids and I didn't know anybody. And then the show came along and that takes up a whole heck of a lot of time. And then, we have our family community. And then, so it's okay, I think, to have different communities in your world. And sometimes they'll intersect,
Yeah,
sometimes they won't.
right.
And, but I think also it's important not to have too many that you can't maintain and really give and receive from those
Right.
communities.
Right. Right. I agree.
So,
I agree.
yeah.
Well, hey, we're getting kind of towards that hour.
Yes, we are.
I wanted to go ahead and give the code for the cookbook
Yes,
giveaway.
give the code because then I just want to briefly touch upon which we should on thankful, being
Yes, so
thankful.
we'll do the code and then we can talk about thankful while we're waiting to pick our winner, our one winner for the volume 2 cookbook. So is everybody ready? Here we go. Please type in Eat, Love, Gather into the chat. And one lucky winner will receive Amy's cookbook, Eat, Love, Gather Volume 2.
Eat, Love, Gather, Volume 2, someone from TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or
Facebook,
YouTube.
YouTube.
We don't do it on
Yes,
the podcast one, but
right, because
one of
those
you
will
guys
post
will
later.
win that.
This is on the live, so
Yeah, on the live.
look at
The one
that.
of the things that this Melissa, can I? Oh, you need to do an Amy and Lisa crew. Would that be awesome?
We've cruised together before, and we
Maybe
had
we'll try and plan that for 2026. Would
that
that
far
be?
out.
Yeah, because
Maybe 20
2025, you gotta plan it. I have
fall.
to plan it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
2026.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Look for information. That could be a possibility.
I want to do
Good idea, Wesley.
A
This is
Mediterranean
one
cruise.
thing. With so much going on with the world, it makes it very nice to be able to have time to listen to y'all. So yes, thank you again.
Oh, thank
Melissa,
you.
yeah, really, thank you because that was one of our goal. We just wanted to make this fun and I loved when Hoda and Kathy Lee on the Today Show had their little morning intro. It was just fun. They had a glass of wine. It was just this and that. And it just like,
Yes.
it was just like fun. And then Hoda's with Jenna now, and that is even great. And I
Yeah.
love the little different of an age gap, even though Hoda is having kids much later in life. Um, but I love that. But anyway, that's what our goal, Lisa and I, our goal
Yeah.
was to, just kind of make it fun and light. Yeah, sometimes we'll touch upon a subject, but we told ourselves some of the areas that we don't have a conversation on because it can be too what's the word, volatile, or
Volatile. Yeah. Yeah. I think volatile
too,
is good.
it's politics, religion, even though I may talk a little bit about my faith, but those are areas, we just won't get into because
Yeah.
we just appreciate wherever you're coming from, but most of all, we just appreciate you guys being here and just want to share in the conversation and have a great time.
Well, I loved that you felt comfortable enough when we opened the show tonight to talk about your situation for Saturday,
Thank
and
God.
look at all the support you received,
Yeah.
right? Be yourself, tell a story.
Yeah.
You've got this. So I love
I
this
love
from
Cindy's
Cindy.
comment too.
Yes, yes, much needed way to unwind from a busy work week. And these work weeks are flowing by fast, very
Well, and
fast.
sometimes those work days, like sometimes when I come home from substitute teaching, I'm like, do not ask my brain to think anymore. Can I just watch
Yes,
a no
mindless.
nonsense Hallmark movie? Okay.
Yes,
I am good
yes.
with that. Can I just like unwind? But I also think that's also healthy because
Yes,
it helps you get ready, like, but I have a home, or you have kids or a husband, or, a family or something, but you need that moment just to, oof. One of the things that I do, after all the kids leave from the classroom, I clean up the room, I make a note for the teacher, or, put things away and all this other stuff.
it's
I'll put on
nice.
what they call calming music. And it's just,
Oh,
um, little birds singing and just musical, like, instrument, there's no singing or anything like that, and it just
oh,
kinda like with the hecticness and the chaos of substituting and everything, and I'm like, "Man, did I do a good job?" Because my goal is always to do my best, but there are
yes.
some times where I like, these kids were a little more of a challenge today." And, but I often like to listen to that while I wrap up the day so that when I come home to Chris, I'm not bringing all of that home necessarily and offloading it on him because I had a moment and it's okay. It was a good
Yeah,
day.
you were
It
able
was
to
still a good day.
unwind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. My sisters are on the Hallmark Christmas cruise. What Hallmark Christmas
Oh,
cruise?
they've advertised it. Yeah.
Really?
But
What
see,
just
to
so you
me,
could get the
doing
actors from the
but see,
from the
not
show?
all of them, only some of them. So you have to know which ones are there and you want to go.
But is it Christmas
Vicky,
like
oh,
themed?
yes, I'm sure it is, or maybe, or something. But
Well,
Vicky, that would
you,
be fun to do too.
you know what
But Vicky,
I'm
my question is, would you come on a cruise if Lisa and I were doing it? Would you now? And if you wouldn't, that is okay.
Yes, but it would be fun. And you know
Yeah.
what I do every year? Talk about traditions. I forgot about this, but it's all booked. We go to Disneyland every year in
Are you not
California.
going this year?
We are going. You're
Oh,
supposed to
yeah.
come 2 days before, which you still can do if you wanted to do that.
I
Yeah.
have a hard time doing that during the holiday months.
Oh my gosh, it just puts me in the mood because they have the little snow that comes down and the Christmas tree and everything is happy and beautiful and lights and oh my gosh. So that is kind of our tradition
It
is
is. You
to
are
set up
definitely a
Chris the
Disney
Christmas
person.
theme.
If you went some other time, maybe, but with all these grandkids and stuff, I don't know. I just like,
Uh, we're
oh,
doing
Pookie
adults.
Pie. Hi,
Pookie Pie.
Mimi. Why is Pookie Pie familiar?
I think they're on our
I wonder
TikTok.
if it's my good friend Dee Dee. TikTok, Pookie Pie. Is
If it
that Dee
is
Dee
Dee
from
Dee,
Michigan?
let us know, Pookie Pie.
Oh, I
And
just
then
saw that. Sorry.
Flip said they would join the cruise with us, so that's cool.
Well, we'll see what we can come up with and see how many people may be interested.
Yeah.
Holly from Mountain Home, Arkansas. Love that.
Woohoo! I love it. I love it.
Sue is asking, are you and Chris going to move? We'll move only when we find the right place that works for both of us, but it's a challenge here.
Well,
It is a challenge
the
here in the
housing market
Pacific.
here is In
Northwest,
Portland?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And when
Yeah.
you do pay that kind of money, it's like, I don't have any extra money to fix up the house. So
Yeah. Yeah. It would have to be the
we
perfect
keep looking.
situation.
Oh, we got
Yes.
hello from Idaho. Well,
Idaho,
Idaho, I'll be coming near where will I be coming?
Houston,
Near the
Idaho.
Lewiston area, something like December 13th weekend, Chris and I.
Very
Gonna
cool.
visit some family.
Okay, are we all
Oh,
ready? We
yes.
have the winner. We have the winner.
Yikes,
All right,
yikes.
Naveed, do you want to put the winner up on the screen? All right, Carmela 96 on
No,
TikTok.
Camella096 on TikTok. Carmela 096 on TikTok. You have won,
Had to
or
use my glasses.
you're
The
getting the
screen's a little
cookbook.
small.
Thank you so much for joining us, Carmela.
Congratulations.
But thank you,
Congratulations.
all of you
So
that
yes,
joined
thank you all
us.
for participated. So Carmela, please email me at arlittlekitchen@gmail.com. We'll put that up on the screen. Make sure you email me at arlittlekitchen. I need your address to mail you the cookbook. So that's
Carmela,
awesome.
hopefully you're still on TikTok, but listen,
Yeah.
yeah, email arlittlekitchen@gmail.com because you're the
Yes.
winner.
You're the winner. And now we'll put up on the screen the QR code again. So if you wanted to purchase the cookbook today, you can, and it'll go right to Amazon. So for those of you who didn't, and you're thinking it, yes, Wesley said, is your new cookbook on Amazon? Yes, it is. It's
Yeah.
on Amazon. It's volume 2. If you haven't purchased volume 1, you can buy volume 1 and 2. It's a great set to give
But it
for
also,
holiday
if you're thinking
gifts.
about someone who is just learning to cook or wants to cook more or something like that, this does make I think, a very nice Christmas gift as well.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can always, put it with an apron that you might have found at some of the Christmas bazaars that you may be going to as well.
Sue LaRue said it's in my cart. Awesome. Just hit that button then and it'll get shipped out to you. Yay. Someone said, will you do a Christmas cookbook? That might be something next year, a holiday.
It could be. It could be a holiday, something emphasized just on those kind of dishes.
Yep.
Um,
Family
yeah,
photos. Monica, thank you. She's placing her order now. Thank you, Monica. All right. Very cool.
okay, you're Jen, if you're just learning how to cook, this is a perfect cookbook. Like I said, all of the ingredients you can find at your grocery store. Just do it step by step, cook it, what the recipe and the directions say, and it should be fine. But some of the ingredients, if you don't like a particular item, you can take it out and maybe add something else in that you like. And most of the time, it's not going to ruin the recipe.
Yeah.
Baking
Yeah.
is a little different, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, maybe put easier for you guys than opening a restaurant. Yes, the restaurant thing, if you watch that
Yeah.
episode, we really investigated that, but I'm glad we didn't do it
Yeah.
because it just
Because
would have
soon
been
after COVID hit.
yes, and then everything closed down.
Yeah.
That was a blessing in disguise, wasn't it?
It really was. And where we were going to do it at, that situation became complicated. And
Yeah.
yeah, we were very fortunate. I mean, we've
So
always talked about a food truck,
I know.
and
And
stuff like that. But
drive down Route 66.
yeah, do a food trip down Route
So
66
all
and
smiles
stop
for
off in the
you.
most oddest of places and say, "Can we park here for a week?"
Yes, yes. So all smiles for you. Wanted to know how to get the
Oh, look at
cookbook. You
this.
just joined.
Jennifer Hayes got my short and simple cookbook. I still have a few of those left, but that was
Very
a great
cool.
cookbook too. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate you
Yes,
mentioning that.
yes, yes. So you can pick up the cookbook on Amazon if you're not on. So people on TikTok don't see the QR code,
Yeah.
but go just to Amazon and
Oops,
go with
sorry. I clicked that
Amy.
by mistake. See, we
Yes,
have yeah. I
there it
don't know
is.
what I'm showing you TikTok, but
There,
anyway.
now you can. He put the QR code back up.
Well, I thought this was so nice. Katie, thank you. I went to culinary school. I'm definitely getting volume 1 and 2. Katie, you could probably give me some pointers. So feel free to email me anything on
Very
what you
cool.
think about cooking and baking and suggestions, ideas, and all that stuff.
Jeffrey asks, have you ever made a homemade cucumber relish?
No, I not formally like that, but that does sound good.
I love good
I think I
relish.
kind of have an idea of what that could be. One of the
Yeah.
things I really want to do is this the right way? I don't think it's canned, but do the red onions
Yeah.
and put that in like a vinegar mixture and
Yeah.
can that. Those are great on salads and meats and tacos. Oh, so good.
So Heather is asking, what tool would
Oh
you
man.
never be without in the kitchen?
A good knife. Um, well, to me, it would be a good knife, um, a good pan, and a saucepan. A lot of people, like one person I really, really appreciate. If someone approached me, I would definitely be interested. But I love the All Clad brand pans. I often do. God, what's the other one? Recent one. I think it's called Our Place. Love that. I love Le Creuset. In fact, I have a little bit of all of those in my kitchen, but those are appliances. So I would say a good knife, a good cutting board. Well, of course, you need a mixer. I think a good food processor, I don't think you necessarily need a blender all the time, but a good food processor. And for my daughter, I just bought her a immersion blender.
Oh, I love
I
that.
love the
You
immersion
use that
blender
all the time when you make
because
soup,
I
all
think
the
it's an
things in
easier
the
way to create whatever soup or sauce you're doing instead of taking it, pouring it into a blender, pouring it out. Immersion blender to me was one of the greatest inventions. I love it.
Yes, yeah, you use that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's so good. So
Yeah.
good.
So
All
someone said thank you,
right.
Naveed. Oh my goodness.
I did.
TY. Oh, thank you, Marilyn.
I did.
Oh, I guess you are one of the hosts, aren't you?
So are you. We all are.
Well, well, this is what I'm going to do then. Hang on.
You're being funny. Oh, someone's watching from Troutdale, Oregon. Michelle Maddox. Awesome.
How about that?
Yes.
What did I say? Thank you all for being a part of our live. We so appreciate you.
Woohoo.
Well, we got
All
Virginia,
right. Well,
Georgia. So we did the announcement. Well,
Massachusetts.
I think I would love to close with I know in the States we're celebrating Thanksgiving, you all everywhere else, whatever you may be doing. But I hope you take this month, whether it's Thanksgiving or not, and find something to be thankful for or have gratitude for
Yes.
each and every
Yes.
day, because life is hard. And I know whatever some of you may be going through is so, so difficult to find something to be thankful for. But I think when you do that, you change your mindset, and I think it could help you get through whatever you're going through, or maybe you're not having any real challenges that are so hard. But I think it just helps us to appreciate something good about every single day.
Yeah.
And I think we need more of that.
And try to go out and help others. You might have
Yeah.
a neighbor that can't get out during the holidays or doesn't cook, or a senior citizen, or somebody that maybe isn't as fortunate as you, and maybe take that extra hour or day and make something and bring it over to them. And it's always good to bring joy. If you bring joy, you will have joy in your heart as well.
Well, I think the other thing is too, is I briefly talked about community, because that's what I got to talk on this weekend. Our community is right where you live. So when you go grocery shopping, Think about buying an extra bag of groceries and giving it to the food bank or whatever it may be in your community. I know a
Yeah.
lot of our grocery stores, they associate, with an organization, and like one of them has turkey butts, and you just buy one of those. I mean, it
Yeah.
it
So
takes you
many things.
away from directly thinking you're making an impact, but believe me, you are making an impact. Or
Yeah.
toy drives that are happening right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know,
wanted to see
yeah,
Jeffrey, being
yeah,
Canadian, we already had our Thanksgiving,
yeah,
but we could celebrate both. So I
yeah.
celebrated for the first time 3 weeks ago Canadian Thanksgiving down here because a lot of
Oh,
our neighbors and
oh
friends are
yes,
Canadian. And
yes.
so
So what do they have to eat?
they roasted a pig. They had
Oh,
all kinds of side dishes, potatoes, and oh my God, it was amazing. We had the best time. So they invited me over, and we get there and they go, "Oh, it's Canadian Thanksgiving." I go, "What?" It was so fun. We had a good time. We had a good time. I think I posted some of that on TikTok. You can go
I
to
think so,
TikTok and
yeah.
check.
But there's
Yeah,
so much
but
to follow up on. Oh
I
my goodness.
know. I
Well, this
know.
one, motor oil. Call your local churches because a lot of them are doing Thanksgiving meals for the community, and that is
Yes.
so true.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether you go to church or not, or that particular church. They are trying to be part of the community and helping out. And obviously, the emphasis is so much more this time of year. But feel free to call another time of the year and see, what do they
Hmm.
need? Who are they helping?
Right. It's not always during the holiday. That's when a lot of people do things, but it's really like you said, that's a
Thank you,
good point.
Cindy.
Yes. But that's a good point. People need help throughout the year, not just
Yeah.
during the holidays. But oh, donate blankets to hospice. Shell my
Oh,
bell from
wow.
TikTok. That's very, very
Yeah.
helpful. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I wouldn't have thought of that because in our community here in Portland, we're always giving blanket to the homeless. But those that are, unfortunately maybe ending their life too soon or at the end of it, that is a nice way to kind of
Comforting.
help them
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
time of life.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. So assisted living can use blankets. Okay. All right.
We make
Well,
holiday
Amy.
cards and deliver. Oh yeah, we make holiday cards and deliver to nursing homes. Kayla,
Oh,
Kayla at TikTok.
I
You know
love
what?
that.
Those that live in the nursing homes love to see the young people and people outside of their, very close knit area or community
Yeah.
to know that other people are thinking of them because they may
They
have
look
family
forward.
so far away or families that don't, stay connected or see them often, and that is just a wonderful way to kind of help
Yeah.
our older generation feel like they're still important and they're needed and
Yeah.
they're valued. They're valued.
They're valued. Yeah. Amy, let's you and we've got to do something, I think, this year
I know
too.
we talk about this all the time.
Yeah, I think we need to do something this year. Let's get
Yeah.
on that together and brainstorm.
Okay.
We'll
Well, you're
do.
here briefly, so let's have
Yeah,
a
but we can
whirlwind.
brainstorm before. We can Zoom
Yes.
call tomorrow and figure it out and then plan it when I get there. So, yeah,
Okay. Why
yeah.
couldn't I get rid of this? Huh.
All
Well,
right.
anyway, you guys, it is after 6. We've been on here an hour and a
Yay.
half. I was thinking
Woohoo.
we wouldn't be here this long, but we appreciate you.
We
Thank you for
always
all your
go
support
over.
and encouragement. And those in the States, have a wonderful, wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. Just really be thankful that you can put a meal on your table and enjoy who's ever gathering around your table.
Yeah. And invite people in to
Yeah,
gather around your
yeah.
table because we can. 4 or 5 years ago, we couldn't even do that. So I
Isn't
know
that
that went by
crazy?
fast. Yeah. So, all
Yeah.
right. And remember to always be kind, think kind, and stay kind, especially during this. See, right now, this week,
Yes.
it's tough, and people are posting things and they're upset or they're very happy. There's so many
Well, we need
emotions
to try
going on
and
now.
find other ways to channel that.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
So,
I want to remind you also that you are an MVP. You matter, have value, and purpose. regardless of whether anyone tells you not, you need to believe it yourself. And I'm telling you, you matter,
Yep.
value, and purpose.
Yep. And Amy, we're going to shout that back to you because this
Oh, gosh.
weekend you are going to
I
kick some
hope.
whatever, some hiney, and you're going to do a great job on that speech. And for you to have gotten vulnerable on here today and to express your feelings, and you saw the love and support you got back from that, amazing. So you will take it, knock it out of the park on Saturday.
Well, I
And we
appreciate
all want to
that.
hear about that. We're going to all hear about that after you get it done.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
gonna go,
that's right.
oh, call me live on TikTok when you're
Okay.
done and go,
Okay.
Lisa, I did it. We did
Okay.
it.
I
Yes.
will.
Yes,
I
let's do
wanted to
that.
point out, Jeffrey, I can't remember your last name because it went by so fast. We appreciate you wanting to be here and participate on this live. So thank you for being here.
Yep.
I wanted to point that out because
Happy to be
we
here.
often don't get a lot of men. So Jeffrey,
Yeah.
yeah, Jeffrey Duke, thank you. And
Thank
you
you
have a
very
wonderful
much.
Thanksgiving as well. So,
Yep. And
okay,
everybody else.
everyone.
All right. Time to
Thank
say goodbye
you.
for now.
Bye.
Jeffrey Duke. Okay. Bye, everybody. Hi, Joan.